I just found out my humidifier's trying to kill me, and yours might be too. Hear me out. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just found out some extremely important information about humidifiers that shook me to my core. This is going to be a longer video where I explained all my findings, but the TLDR is this. Do not use tap water in your humidifiers. Only use purified or distilled water in your humidifiers. I'm begging you. First off, let me tell you the story as to how I figured this information out. So I live in the city of Los Angeles, where it's known to have very bad air quality. Because of this, my wife and I own several air purifiers that filter out pollution in the air so we can trust the air that we breathe inside of our home. One of our air purifiers is equipped with an air quality monitor, which sends information about the air quality in our apartment to this app on my phone. The other day, I noticed the air purifier was screaming at us, letting us know that the air quality inside of our home was unacceptable, about 400 AQI. Normally, the AQI in my home does not reach 400 unless I'm burning something in my kitchen really bad, which happens more often than I would like to admit publicly. So when my air quality monitor notified me of AQI of 400, I was very concerned. So I went into problem solving mode. I checked every outlet for excessive heat or electrical fires. I checked the gas stove for weird smells. I even turned off the gas in my apartment to see if that was the possible cause of the ridiculously high AQI inside my apartment. I even shut all my windows in case the pollution was coming from outside, so my air purifiers could catch up with the air inside the home. No matter what I did, the air quality stayed the same in my home. Bad. So as a man of science, I got another tool to check my tool. I got this air quality monitor from Amazon, delivered same day because I was worried. And now, both air quality monitors were telling me my air was very poisonous. Bad. So I knew something was really wrong. I began frantically wandering my apartment with this air quality monitor, trying to look for the most potent source of the pollutant. And where did it lead me, you ask? Thank you for asking. My humidifier. I was so confused by this, obviously. And I found myself asking, is my humidifier running? If so, I better go catch it. Then I asked myself, isn't the humidifier just putting water vapor into the air? Why would water vapor be read as dangerous by my air quality monitors? I had to know. So I did some research, kids. I went to the old Goog, and after trying several different combinations of words, I found, humidifiers releasing particulate matter to be the most successful Google search. So it seems like not much has been reported on this. That's why I'm making this video. I came across this report done by Virginia Tech based on some research done in China in 2018. The conclusion of the report is this. I'm gonna read a quote. Air quality is severely degraded when ultrasonic humidifiers emit minerals, and the risk of inhaling particulate matter is substantial. According to this report, using tap water inside an ultrasonic humidifier is a recipe for health-threatening air. Basically, how this works is an ultrasonic cleaner vibrates water very fast, where it then aerosolizes water. It also aerosolizes the minerals inside of water. And these minerals are very dangerous to breathe. In Los Angeles, the most common minerals found in tap water are calcium and magnesium. And when these particles are aerosolized, they are categorized as particulate matter, specifically very small particulate matter. And I looked up at the CDC's website, which says, particulate matter can lead to lung cancer, asthma, birth defects in infants, and more. Aha! So, my humidifier is poisoning my body and trying to kill me. But wait, I've been using a humidifier my whole life, and I've always used tap water inside my humidifier. I remember when I was just a little kid, my mom would put a humidifier in my bedroom whenever I had a cold, whenever I was feeling sick. Did she use tap water in the humidifier? Does that mean she was trying to kill me when I was a baby? I had to find out. So before we begin, I have to inform you legally that I am recording this phone call, and I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Have you ever knowingly tried to kill me with a household humidifier?
You mean over the head or by running it?
I can't answer that for you. I need you to answer the question.
No, never.
On God?
I swear on a stack of Bibles, God.
Yeah, that kind of God.
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Sweet. So now that my mother had proven somewhat trustworthy, I decided to tell her what I found out and all the information I had discovered.
Yeah, you're supposed to use distilled water, and you're supposed to clean your humidifier out like super regularly and disinfect it.
I had no idea.
And you just have to be careful in the bottom with the catalyst, Because if you spray Clorox cleanup on the catalyst, it'll corrode the catalyst and it won't work as well. But everything else you can use Clorox on.
Now, if I think about it, and I'm honest, I'm not surprised my mom knew this. She knows everything. Ask my dad. And while on the phone with my mom as she was going into great detail of all the intricacies of maintaining a humidifier, I couldn't help but wonder, but what about all the people who don't know this?
Just stop doing it.
This helped me realize that this whole situation was clearly an organized effort by big humidity companies trying to poison you, get you addicted to their moist, musty air. Or maybe, I thought, we all just didn't read the user manual well enough. For me, being the good little consumer boy that I am, kept the manual. Let's check. To my shock, not a word in here about the safety of using tap water, except that the manual recommends using distilled water to prevent scale from building up in the machine. They don't even care about our lungs. It's a recommendation, not a health notice. I am trying so hard not to sound like a lunatic here, but I'm upset. How can this be? The evidence so clearly shows that tap water, when used in an ultrasonic humidifier, can cause serious damage to our bodies. So why aren't they required to put a notice on the machine, in the manual, or on the box? They should have to warn us about this. It feels like a huge oversight, and I don't think I'm overreacting. And this is where I am on the topic right now. I'm upset, confused, and really frustrated that I'm just learning this now after submitting my body to years of dangerous air with an everyday household item. If you're like me, you're probably curious, is there a safe way to use an air humidifier? According to the studies I've cited, the answer is yes. Now, there are two different types of air humidifiers. The most common on the market is a ultrasonic humidifier. This is the type I've been talking about. If you're buying a humidifier, you're probably buying an ultrasonic humidifier. You can use them safely if you use purified or distilled water inside of the machine. There's no minerals inside of these types of water, so when it aerosolizes the water, no minerals joins the water in the air. To be honest, I don't know where to get purified or distilled water regularly, and it also sounds like a kind of big expense. With it being so dry, I can go through 1 gallon tank in a night. Alternatively, the other type of humidifier is a steam humidifier. This boils water to create steam. That steam is free of all the minerals, so you could use tap water and it'll just boil away the water, and the water will go in the air and into your lungs safely. However, because it uses hot water, these are dangerous. And personally, I don't really want boiling water in my bedroom for a couple reasons. Mainly, I'm a sleepwalker. So these are basically your only two options. And in summary, do not use tap water in an ultrasonic humidifier. If you have a humidifier, it is probably an ultrasonic humidifier. I wish this information was more readily available, and that's why I made this video. If this helps one person not use tap water in their humidifier, I feel like I've done a great service here. And if anyone out there is more knowledgeable on this issue, please reach out to me. I want to learn more, and I want to make sure I'm not saying anything incorrect. But the research that I've done and my personal experiences reinforce this conclusion that I've come to. And additionally, if any of you out there are as upset as I am after realizing you've been inhaling toxins for the majority of your life, maybe there's some legal action that can be taken to make sure these companies are required to include this information on the packaging, on the device, and in the manual. That's the least they can do. They should be required to post the potential dangers when using this device with tap water.